All right. Howdy. What's up, y'all? Good evening. There we go. Ugh. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Football, playoffs, and stocks. Great month. Oh, yeah, I forgot that was happening. We get a different hat so people don't think I own a plantation or something. Have I ever showed my desk and monitor setups? Yeah, for sure. Salam alaikum. Salami, eggs, and bacon. Okay. Love that. Yeah, Bob Weir, dude. All right. Hold on one second. All right. You guys know where I'm at. It's in the bio or in the title of the screen. But this is recording live on the tube. What were you doing picking veggies from the garden? Something like that. Um, I just like wearing that hat. I just like wearing weird hats. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm freaking out. All right, we're gonna get started though here. Just a moment. We're gonna find what I was looking for. All right. Yeah, we're on. Bro, really bring politics into trading? We'll talk about that later. If you want the smoke, you can get it at a different time while I help you make money, I guess. If you think that you should only do one thing, that's stupid. And you lack nuts. Grab the nuts. Be a man. You know what I'm saying? All right, anyway. All right, so let's first we're gonna get out of the tribal phase here. And not that you can hear it on YouTube. Turn that down a little bit. All right. Potter, I'm going to Disney Call. Disney Call. Got a Smokey the Bear trucker hat, dude. I would love one of those. That'd be sick. All right. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and prep for the week ahead of us. And futures are obviously open. Right now, we're looking at NASDAQ. I've already kind of mapped this out a little bit. As far as we have a neutral bullish open, right? We don't really have any sort of bearish trigger. Nothing has been lost. We've actually retested. And so we're still above where we need to be. We're still technically bullish. We're still looking directly up ahead of us at this green candle, which is the 2600 area, right? And that's obviously on NQ, but there's really nothing else to say here. Now that I've opened it up with that, I do want to remind everybody the conversations that we've been having since New Year, and I'm going to keep, I told you guys I was going to keep repeating myself, and I'm going to keep repeating myself. If you have rode the wave, if you have got a bag, if whatever you have traded has ripped for 3-4 days straight, and now it's stopped, this is honestly a great place to halt, to stop. And I not even just stop, but start building up a new watch list, looking for the next bag. So with that being said, ride the wave. 3-4 days, I posted a video on TikTok. You guys can check that out. Where I talk about, literally, you could just go look at the stock that you're trading and just see how often and how long it rips, and you can create a pretty solid bias based off of that. You can manage AI. Oh, that's from TikTok. Let's see here. Yeah, you can post that inside of live trading or something. That's fine. All right, now we've got the ES here. And again, we're looking at the opens here. We're not going to know exactly, but again, another neutral bullish open. We're above where we need to be. We're not below anything. We haven't lost anything, and so it's actually so perfect, man. On the 24-hour, people don't look at it this way, but you're retesting essentially that 69.89, and then you're held down by that same 7K, right? You can go to the 4-hour, again, a retest, but we got a nice expansion, nice move up into the highs. And so right now we're bullish, and we possibly are looking for lower time frame triggers tomorrow, right? There's no need in stressing out about shit or trying to build a map when the map isn't there yet. But we know where we're at, and we'll see how that translates tomorrow. So last one is RTY or IWM. If anybody is still trading that one, absolutely ridiculous. I mean, there was 1,000+% trades that were cracked out on this one. But we've gotten that huge wave up. We've gotten the multiple. And so really it goes without saying it's bullish, but I'm not trading it while it's at the highs. I may, and I said this last week, and I tried, and I was actually not too bad. But I wouldn't mind trying to take a short opportunity given the opportunity, or short opportunity if that arises. There is nothing triggering that though, however, right now. So, what's up? Good morning. Good afternoon. What's up, y'all? Man, it's kind of cold in here, dude. It's a little cold in this motherfucker. I'm wearing a hoodie, dude. I'm cold. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Y'all get no applause. Ugh. Have you gone over Netflix? No, but I'm about to. What the fuck? I put it over the back of my chair. All right, back to it. All right, so all 3 ETFs are done. Again, I want to remind you can watch Fridays, of course, and recap with us there. But 12th through 16th this week, we've got Tuesday coming in with data with core CPI, CPI month over month and year over year. New home sales, we got Wednesday with core PPI, PPI month over month, core retail sales month over month, and then on Thursday, unemployment claims. So decent chunk of shit that we're going to be looking at going into next week. I mean, decent, not a huge week. And that's about it. So, good evening. How's it going, Caesar? Supreme Court decision on tariffs this week. That's right. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I have that literally written down right here. This week, supposedly, we're supposed to have the tariff decision. And of course, we can be anticipating a potential move off of that. I will probably take, right, out of the account that I have, probably dedicate at least 15 to 2K on trading that. I believe the setup is always first, and so we'll be looking for the setup first before anything else. So, isn't SE? Yeah. So we'll look at it. There's nothing we really can, and the market might actually be choppy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We just opened up in range. If we open up in range tomorrow, mark my words, I'm laying low. I'm laying low. I'm not going crazy. It's no need. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. If you have anything, thanks, dude. If you have anything you would like for me to take a look at this evening, any stocks, I'm gonna move through quickly. I'm assuming everybody on YouTube is aware of my system. I'm gonna give you the analysis straightforward, quick, and if you have questions on that, that's how you're going to learn. So don't keep those questions to yourself. Write them down, bring them up in a later date, whatever you need to do. But I'm gonna obviously be looking from your request for good setups. Now, empty space structure, that's going to be the main thing. But of course, if I'll let you know if that's something that I would trade naturally. All right. Yep. Please drop your request and we'll take a look at them. Now, I've got a couple that we'll run through really quickly that we traded last week that we can kind of look at going into this week before I go over that one. So we'll look at PLTR. Now, this one I wasn't actually able to trade this week. I missed it. It ripped up. It did a good job. And it really doesn't have much of anything other than the fact that it's been holding on to its floor. So there's a likely retest coming Monday for a potential day trade. Go look at the contract, see if it's right for you. The strike price, my strike price would be around 180, 181.75, and I'd have an entry likely above that 178.60 mark. You can look at the hourly time frame, and if you draw a line over 178.54, you'll see what I mean. You'll also see a box up above you on the hourly and empty space within it to allow you to potentially hold runners. It's a little risky, but there is still a higher low right here. So keep it on your radar. Just a day trading setup, lower time frame setup only. Lulu. I told you guys that I was going to be taking 190s to hedge this one. I don't even want to call it a hedge because I got out of the upside. And it ended up legging down. 24-hour candle closed near the wicks. And of course, my question is, does it retest first, or do we take advantage of that empty space to the downside? So I'm in a live read and react scenario, looking to stay below basically the old median, right? The old 50% mark in here. And that would likely take us up to 206.75, which of course we are liable to hit 209. So we'll take a look at it when it gets there. Don't do it. Cats. Pull up to your flag. Really did. Yeah, that's right. Netflix. Talked about this one. 24 hour is still incredibly unattractive. Can't seem to find a floor yet. A lot of overhead selling pressure. It is and will be on the radar whenever it does pick up or find its floor. The nearest floor that I have right now is all the way down at $85. When I go to the 4-hour time frame, right, there is not really much of anything other than a previous range here. And so with that range, right, it would be 87, 82. But personally, I can just wait for $90 to be reclaimed and a break over 91.25 so that I can be sure that where I'm putting my money is highly probable to give me a return. So that's what I'm waiting for. Thank you guys for tapping your screen. Appreciate you guys on TikTok and YouTube. Yeah. So if you drop a request, please let me know what direction, what's your bias, what are you thinking? You can be as detailed as you'd like. It could be from whatever, even if you're a fundamentalist, right? And you're like, yo, I've done all this fundamental work and I think this is a good company, but I want to know where to buy in because dude, I'm telling you right now, I should just have an equity investing club because that might be the easiest. It feels like I'm cheating sometimes to be able to put money in there like it's a bank account and just have a beautiful system to abide by. Last year was ridiculous. Gold puts. Okay. All right, so gold puts. Now there is nothing, and you can go look at this on the 20 on the Que Paso. There is yeah, on the 24-hour or the higher time frames, there's really not much of anything telling me to go short, right? Up above us, we have a 416.84 candle close and gap that we were heading up towards on Friday. And so with that being said, I can't go short or wouldn't really be able to muster up the short until 412 was lost. 412 is a solid level to start looking for a potential downside move. Um, hold on, GC, right? Gold futures. Let me take a look at these. Yeah, dude. I don't know if I would be going short on that one. I wish I could just take this. I don't know. Come here. Come here. Hold on. I'm about to yank TikTok out of their pants. Come here. Actually, hang on to your pants. I look a little scary here in this lighting. How do I change these things? Getting fucking old. Ah, there we go. There's my real house. All right. Come here. I'm going to show you this. All right. So, yeah, that's futures right there, my boy. And you have opened up with a strong 24-hour candle close or candle open rather. I would be looking to see how it responds to that top, right? When it gets to that top, that candle close, that's when you can start. But what you need to do if you're looking to go short is find an area that has been, right? Look where you opened up. See that 45? So you would either have to wait for that to break down or find a lower time frame setup within this, which is possible. A lot of people do this, and start looking for floors, right? Things like that. And you can go as far as you want. Yep. So right here on the 3 minute, you could even break it down from the 3 and the 5, and it would be technically under 45, 44, you know, that. But anyway, this is futures. So just my desk is dirty. Sorry. But yes, I mean, that is it. I didn't have time to clean my desk. Took the kids out this weekend. Damn. All right. Yeah, sorry. It's kind of hard to show you on here, but mm, let's see here. ANF 110 put if 117 break, 135 call if 127.63 break. Okay, so that is ANF. That's a good stock to trade. It's got a when it has the juice. Ooh. Tempting for sure. So this is I can't fucking really shit on this. I mean, the trajectory is still up. You definitely still have a shit ton of empty space all the way to 150, and you just hit the floor. So, I mean, the place to short is typically when you hit or you're failing an attempt. Now, that gap up and then push down, yeah, that does make me think that you're going to be heading down to your floor at 123. Now, here's the thing. I cannot give you any other target other than the first red candle over here, which is 119. Because based on how ANF runs, right, that next box underneath you, which is on the 4-hour, right, that's where you would likely be going into that short. Which honestly, I'll take that with you. I actually really like this setup a lot. It would be speculative, and it would be kind of like KSSS. You're playing against the grain, so you better have a good expiration. If you're playing against the grain, you have a good expiration. If you're looking out long. But ultimately, yeah, we need this floor here on 123.28 to break. Senor Potter, Coinbase. What direction? I need to know what direction. If you're on here right now, let me know where you're looking to take said stock. QBTS up. What did you want to do this? Up. So, I mean, the last 24-hour candle was off of 31.25, so we could just say there's a squeeze over that. right? And there's a box up here. It can tell you that there's empty space without even looking down at a lower time frame to 35. So the way that you want this to go is you likely want it to tap into here and stay, right? You don't, but how does that happen? Look, he could probably just go without listening to this fucking song. Um, hold on. Okay. Uh, I know it's a good song, but I'm just not in the mood for, the diddler. There we go. Oh, how was everybody's weekend? Did you guys have a good weekend? Hopefully a relaxing one. As relaxing as this economy and uh, current world will let you. Robe goes so hard. Appreciate you. Garrett, you should have one, dude. I might have to make a promise to myself that I give every Garrett that I run into one of these robes. We need to be fresh. There's not a lot of us out there. And we're yeah, repost your request. If you put Brian APP, let me know which direction. ADP up. That's not bad. Yeah, so we need to have a reclaim of 269 or basically 270, but 269.50. And you got a nice little play up to 77. It does look like that you've retreated from that open, so you have it in the cards to potentially keep chopping if you're unable to do that. So you need to have it open outside of there and yeah, move up into that 280 area. Looks good. Not mine, but I got a lacrosse hoodie that's Grateful Dead bear holding a stick. That's fucking fire, dude. That's fucking fire. AVGO. Which direction are you looking at that, G? What do your friends call you? Do they call you G? What's your what do your do you have any nicknames? I'm sure you probably had the same mirror life with me. Garrett the parrot, Garrett the ferret. Heard it all. You looking for a break? A Broadcom fucking looks really good though. If it can hold over, I have 350. 350, and I'm giving you a target potentially in the 367s, maybe 372 area, depending on the timing and trajectory. Coin to the upside. Haven't slept in a month frequency, but it just won't stop. Go to a doctor. Bear me before I'm a burden. Don't bear me till dessert. Coinbase is looking for a bounce off of 235.50 on the 24-hour time frame. It is heading down. The trajectory is down on the 4-hour. It is a play over 357 to trigger back up into the top of this box or back up here, right? And that would be your first overhead target is 264, excuse me. But like I said, I would be looking at that same bounce level right here at 235.15 for a potential bounce. And then at that point, you're going to have a lower time frame. So it's a lot, right? It's a lot. You can already tell that by how I'm breaking this down, there's a lot of fucking hoo-ha that's fucking happening here. So that's probably not the right word to fucking describe this, but you get what I'm saying. Floor is 247.50, median looks 246, and then outside of 249.38, I think you would have an easier time moving on yonder. I'm on YouTube, by the way. Why can I ask a longer question on YouTube Live? You can't? Yeah, I mean, I see decently long questions. Just type them out and then type the next part of the message. Does your workshop go over the best time to buy a contract is? Usually wait till the end of the day, but not sure. We go over that. Yeah, I get that question a lot inside of the workshop, so I do go over that. Yeah. All right. Says. What does that say? No, it's definitely good at hoo-ha. Damn. Yeah, fuck that up. I just put. Ooh, don't look at that, YouTube. My bad. I meant to put Sezzle. I swear to God. I put a Z. Whoops. Are they hitting you with ads? I'm gonna delay the ads. My bad. All right, 24 hours Sezzle chart. Oof, my God. Listen, for a breakdown, retest of major structure underneath you, you definitely got that. You definitely have a large pocket of empty space up above you. You are definitely up against your previous November 24th, November 25th, 2024 highs, which was where we had to break down below and where we've retested multiple times. So I feel confident that above basically Friday's high, you would have a target and a goal of reclaiming 84.88. So you're going to need time. 92.50 would then be a potential. Now, I think with something like this, you got to get the juice. To get all of it, you need the juice. If not, you got to be out like 6 fucking months to be able to kind of be able to capture all of it. But I mean, honestly, fuck it, I might put it on the watch list here. Man, run that fucking shit back, dude. That shit was so hard. That's one of the hardest songs. I know TikTok ain't hurt. This shit's so hard. Looks really cool when I do that, but then I have to pick it up later. Ridiculous. Oh, we're gonna write in gold this week. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sezzle looks good, dude. Well, I ain't hating that one. So let me ask you guys a question. Well, not even a question. Let me just maybe a rhetorical. If you trade my system, right, and you see something like this that's out long, do not wait to start setting alerts. Do not wait to start writing this shit down. A good play is a good play, and I'm, not tooting my own horn or being cocky here, but I kind of made the system right, and this is one of those setups where we're like, yeah, it does fit the criteria. It has time. We need a couple of triggers to happen, so patience is right, just needed in decent supply, but not bad. And it's not something that I'm saying let's take it now. This gets put on the watch list, and triggers get put all over it. Yellow Live. What's the play? Sezzle right now. I'm just. It's a long play though. People are going to be too overreactive on it, but we need to. Ooh, yeah. So Kava. Oh God. Kava share is doing great. If you have equity on Kava, I'm loving it. I don't. I'm not going to eat the. You know what? If we make it to 83, 85, I'll do a mukbang with Kava. I'll order like 3 things off the menu, and we'll eat the horse food. But 83.85 is the target. I do suspect that Kava is going to likely need to build as it usually does. Um, I think that range you got to be prepared, right? And unless we can, so let me just put the curtain on the so 73.82, $74 has to be reclaimed. Otherwise, my current analysis is somewhere in here we're gonna see some of this shit and then off and on our way. But yeah, it looks good, but listen, the wave, I think, wave. So, like, if you're in shorter expiration contracts or even out 2 weeks, fuck off. You're welcome. You're welcome, Norbert. Norbert, that's such a good name, dude. I fucking love that name. Norbert. You don't fuck with Norbert. Norbert fucks with you. What am I sipping on? I should not be sipping on my brother. Oh my god, I gotta stop. It's espresso tonic. I'm ashamed. But it's out of the Robin Hood cup, because we steal from the rich. Where's he at? Look at him, dude. All right. Too late for caffeine, fool? Listen. We're going to cancel it out here in a second. I wanted to take kava, but it left without me. Equity, same thing, brother. All right, I'm going to keep moving. I want to get these requests here. ACHR up to $10. Did I do that one? I feel like I did that one. No, I did not, but holy fuck. Pins out. Grab a pin. Steal a pin. Ask someone to borrow the pin. Never give it back. Now, hold on. There's a lesson in the moment that just occurred that we all were with. Did you see how fast? Did you see how quick? Instinctual. I didn't have to go jump through hoops. I didn't have to fucking go through some mental rigmarole. It popped off the screen, right? And if you feel that, record that moment because that's how you need to feel. That's the play, right? Doesn't mean it's always going to fucking do exactly as you. There's variables, but that's how you should feel when you. Anything else, right? No. Just throwing it out there. All right. Now, that being said, over Friday's highs of $9, there's a play. 2 with shorter expiration contracts, and I cannot guarantee anything else to 945. That is likely a lower time frame trade. And here's what we're going to do. We found the 24-hour trade. It popped off the screen. Ding, 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 right? I didn't mean to make that rhyme. So we go to the 4-hour because we want to see greater detail. 4-hour time frame. 945 is solidified. Now, at the same time, we can find our downside variable, the thing that would make us go down, right? Or in the play for us. Empty space, little tiny floor, and ACHR is back down here. Kind of reminds me of pins. But $9, 945. At that point, I don't see any empty space. I move down. Do I see any more empty space? I see a wick and empty space. Got to be careful with that one hourly. Wick and empty space. So it happened fast. So at least we have that. Okay. 30-minute. Empty space, wick. So it happened really fast. Okay, now I got it. Right? Now I see it. That wick, which most of the time wicks are, which is why when people ask me, well, what about the wick? The wick is just a 5-minute or 10-minute or 15-minute candle that ripped dick and then immediately reversed, right? So is it empty space? Probably. So I go to the 5-minute and that is empty space. So I would say that there's a secondary target of 968 for the runners. Did we just make a plan? How long did that take? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? I don't even know. Is time even real? Or is it only what you feel? All right. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Okay. Too much espresso. What stock is this? Archer Aviation. Sorry. I'm accelerated. An accelerated skeleton. All right, let's see here. LRN alerted Friday end of day Papa Potter. Stride. Is this the Stride gum? What is this? LRN company? No. Not Stripe, Stride. Up-to-date compliance trading cover multiple build a culture requested DOJ. DOJ aligned compliance courses today. Where did you find this one? Do I play Arc Raiders? I probably inevitably will at some point, but no, I don't right now. We're in Pins, brother. I have Pins is a great play. Sorry, I had to charge you guys. Pins is a great play. Yeah, it looks good. It's an online educational program. I I have so there's sometimes it's just too big. Uh it is a lot of empty space. And when it's this much empty space, it's not as simple. I mean, it's a squeeze. That's the only thing that's going to get you where you got to go. And not only that, but it's like getting launched into fucking outer space, right? You got to nothing to really grab onto. So it's really going to be because this happened so fast and so devastatingly. I look left, and what I do is put this is a rare instant where I have to flip the chart, or not even flip the chart, but what I have to do is reuse everything. Every box that we punch through, every box and floor, it all becomes relevant. Okay, I don't ever really have to go over this because it doesn't really ever happen. But when a company goes from fucking $153 and in 2 days is down at $68, we got a problem. And it's not going to be solved really easily. Um, so I would be using these price points like 77.35, 81.33, and 86.63. Okay. Pause. It's just it's too much empty space. Too much empty space. So hard to keep it pure. When you guys are on TikTok with me, are you guys like charting with me? Are you guys charting at the same time? Or are you just mentally imagining or just taking notes? Elf. So everything that I planned on happening with Elf, as per usual, has occurred. We're at the price point that we figured we would be at, and now it is up. We are in live price action. We're expecting to keep banging until we can move up into the 90s, 92. But other than that, the journey has begun. We're up. We have a fucking oh my god, we have such a good average, and I have so much equity in Elf. I'm gonna be muy bonita. We're gonna do a makeup haul video after we make money on Elf. When Elf hits 122, somebody clip this. Actually, now that I said that, I think I don't want to say it. We'll just do a makeup giveaway. We'll just give away makeup to ladies. Gift cards. I'm disassociating or whatever sticks. Don't disassociate. Come on now. Whenever I chart at night, then review in the morning, I feel more confident about my trades. Good. And you should do that. Everybody who just heard her or read that message or heard me say her that message, you should be doing the same. You don't just go into that day, just be like, oh yeah, I got it last night. Refresh thy memory. Refresh it. One more sip of espresso. One more. No more. Damn. That's fucking good. We should turn the mic on, dude. Maybe not. No, I haven't done any earnings charting. I'm ugly. I need it. Don't say that, Elizabeth. Don't be saying that shit. Don't say that. You hurt me when you say that, dude. Don't do that. Hear how sad I am now, dude? Crazy. ERX. I can't. Oh my god. This is asking me to like study at a rave. You know what I mean? I'm just not really sure what's going on here. And I read like this is where I feel like I have to I can't fake it. You know what I mean? Like this is where I feel like I have to like yeah, where's the boxes? I feel like it's just the most honest thing to do for me to tell you that I have no fucking clue. I have zero clue because there are charts that I just would never trade because they just lack the things that I need, right? And when I go here and I start looking above me, no box, right? No box, no box, hardly any box. a tiny ass box. So all you really have is lines, levels, and those are more than likely going to be dictated by the weekly. And that's where this most solid or really the only analysis that I can really see is useful. Now you got a gap up of over 59.45, and that's really all I can tell you, man, is that you got a $65 target above you if you can continue moving to the upside. U.S. prosecutors open criminal probe into Fed Oh my God. Federal prosecutors have opened a criminal investigation into Federal Reserve Chair Powell over central bank renovation of its Washington D.C. headquarters. The New York Times reported. Take this fucking gummy, man. Oh my God, that's delicious. Wow, what a tasty. What? Yeah. Um. I, yeah. I didn't see what he said about that. The ballroom probably costs more than that. Yeah, but never mind. All right. Well, Trump is okay with building. Yeah, we ignore that. Remember, we don't think about that kind of stuff. Why would we do that? That I was chugging Tabasco for 7. Yeah. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate you. All right. Anyway, 24-hour time frame shows a floor on Rich Tech Robots at 410. I think I gave that analysis like a million years ago. So the goal now is to get into the box and hit 440. That is your next goal and target 472. All right, Potter, you are a legend. Thank you, Rod. I appreciate that. All right, what else? Keep dropping your requests. If I missed it, drop it again. C up for earnings. I don't know if I. How do they do on earnings? Decent. Yeah, decent, I guess. Okay, I mean, so again, honesty time. Does the anything about the 24-hour, right? So like let's actually like if it was sitting here at 103 going into earnings, I would be like, "Oh yeah." Right? That's a good setup. Let's see. That one didn't really move anywhere, but had you asked me, I would have told you you have the floor here, right? The bottom of the box, and that's it. Right here, right? It's just all-time highs. So I would say that this would mirror the analysis that I give you now. Do I have anything? Right? Any other like other than we're at all-time highs. There is not much. Now I could sister in some of this, right? But then there's some loose holes in it. It's just really not for me to much to go. Was I in Jay Diamond's stream last night? No, dude. Anytime I go in his stream, I just drop a grenade, piss him off, and leave. That's it. Just to make sure that he remembers what he did to me. No, what he said to me. Be a little petty sometimes, you know. Petty mayonnaise. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really wish that I could tell you that like it is possible, right? I could give you a target of 113.45 to the downside. And then, yes, because you're up at the new highs, if you get good news, that's it, man. So it's, oh, is it not? Oh, I could be tripping, man. My bad. Let me see. Okay. All right. You are correct. Citigroup is not at all-time highs. Okay. But does it have a good setup above it? That's even better question. 24-hour. All right. So you tell me, do you see a good setup on this right now? Based on where it's at, which is here. Is there anything that is screaming at you that it has opportunity? Maybe on the 4-hour, does it say empty space? So I can give you 130, 155, and 137. Just give him a little cortisol spike. Yeah, he wouldn't take the bait. That's funny. Yeah, that was a Doug reference. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was trolling and someone tagged me and I was like, "What are you doing here?" I thought it was a Potter's burner. Nah, nah. Still beefing with Jay. I wouldn't even call it beef. Like the beef has been made. The beef has already maybe even been digested, and now it's just like I'm talking about the burger. You know what I mean? Or sometimes I just think about it and I go look in the fridge and look at the pack of ground beef that I have, poke it, and then just close the fridge and walk away. That's kind of how it is. RWD, Redwire Corporation, something like that. Something like that. Redwire Corporation is at 1150. It does have good empty space. It looks like it's also operating nice little channel right there, right? You can see the channel down there as well. So, I mean, yeah, you know what? It doesn't look bad at all. And I would say there's a decent target right around 1455. Looks pretty good. He's done streaming it. I don't go and like look for him. I don't, you know what I mean? If I see a stream, I'll say something about his bald head or about his shirt or something silly. You know what I mean? I just having a good time, but also reminding him that you shouldn't say those things to people because they're not going to forget. The audacity of him asking me to come up and teach people, that was wild. But anyway, Huntsman HUN Corporation. We're not worried about none of that. We need the bag. Once you get a bag, then you can worry about it. You have a floor here at $12. You have a cost basis at 1260. That's your trigger mark. There's empty space up to 1485. This looks like a decent equity play. Doesn't seem to, yeah, it does seem to be empty. Actually, I lied. It does seem to go up and fill up its empty space. So, not bad. Not bad. ONDS. If you can, if you're on TikTok right now, go to YouTube, drop your request on the page really quickly. You can come right back. But that way it doesn't go away because I can only see 2 messages at a time. I wish it could like extend the chat. ONDS. Is that at all-time highs? No, it's at kind of all-time highs. So it closed directly up above 1360, which I mean, that right there in itself is, oh yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, we talked about this one, right? Hitting 1455. And it did. So you're everything right now you're looking at is going to be on the 2 hour, right? Lower time frames. You've got a box right here. Top is 1509, 1510, actually 1509. Box underneath you right here at 13 bucks. And your floor currently is 1366. So getting up and over 1445 would be dope. DKNG. Man, I tell you what, you're in the washing machine. It has to have news, and what it propped itself up to potentially do that. But I will tell you this: DKNG might be a better play down right now to potentially 3250 if it ends up losing, breaking its floor, which I have incorrectly marked here, but now correctly marked at 3410. It might be worth a gamble on the tariff news just to take a straddle on Baba or on Baidu. I might actually. That's actually not a bad idea. Let me write that down. I could probably throw $500 in that and pull a bag out of that thing if they don't cancel the fucking news. This is live on YouTube right now. Live on YouTube right now. You can go watch right now. How many would you need to confirm uptrend or example 198? Yeah, that's funny, Garrett. Uh, let's see. Listen, DKNG was worth. I don't regret anything. No regrets. But we have to obviously adjust. It's been a pain, and it's probably going to be a. You know what would probably be the best thing to do is wait for it to dump, and when it dumps, that's when you and hit structure, maybe even down at 32, and get a longer expiration contract. I mean, probably like 4 or 5 months out, and that would probably be the best way to man. For me, that would probably be the best way to manage that. You said AMD's got motion on both of the metals, guys. When they're up at the highs like this, everything is going to be lower time frame, and not really much is clear. Other than, I mean, I think I spotted a little channel here, but this is where things get weird. It's going sideways. It's best to be out here looking possibly even, I mean, not fuck the weekly, but the 24-hour time frame. But even then, man, there's really nothing but a red candle underneath you. And as far as I can tell, metals have moved up overnight, so you're probably looking at a gap up. Yeah, my kids just ran downstairs. I was like, yeah, we're not. I don't want to tell them to be quiet. They're being kids, you know. I'll just shut my door. Uh, AMD, I mean Amazon and then AMD. Amazon has motion apparently. It has so this is where Carla, I will remind you and anybody else, remember the waves. Remember you ride the wave and then you wait for the swell, right? Or the box. Now with Amazon, it did close directly up a bit against what I'm thinking or what I'm that falls apart immediately. That really does fall apart almost immediately. Okay, now I see it. Hold on. It's right here. So I could say Amazon up to 250 and then possibly up to that 256. But I would say just be aware of that top at 250 because it will pull you back. It will. Even if it's day trading wise. So uh yeah, AMD. I think I mentioned this one before because somebody was asking me for a short on this one. I said 200 or 201, watch for a bounce on this one due to the uptrend. If that fails, you have a gap and a floor all the way at 197.71, which I would be likely aiming for. Because of the empty space left behind by AMD, if it starts building a base, I would be looking possibly for a next rotation up. If that base has a ton of wicks at the top and they keep pushing it down, then you have a higher probability of falling. No, fuck that. All right. That is an interesting little setup here on SMCI. Now it is avoided hitting 2614, which honestly it'd be kind of sick if it was there. It seems like the floor now is same as it was before at $29. There is a decent play outside. It does have the box, so I mean I'll write SMC down to watch. Doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be the play. But because of its rotations and one, two, three off the top and the bottom, it has to, and the empty space, it kind of has to get put on the watch list. But I will say, because it's of how it's moving inside of that box, I don't necessarily want to place a bias on one side or the other. I think it's just a read and react scenario below 29 or above 3188. And honestly, I would set alerts a little closer, like 30, yeah, 3188, but 3088 and maybe 2950 would probably be good spots to place those alerts. I think Amazon does have a decent. I mean, now that I'm looking at it a little bit more, it looks good. Hmm. All right. Sorry, I was reading something. Uh, WDC 220 price target. I see why you're looking at that. Yeah, so that's going to be over. Your hourly candle needs 202.50. Now, preferably you do something like that. But yeah, I mean, I see why you're looking at that. And typically when you have this wide fluctuation in price, remember, there's going to be something like this, which could place an imbalance target somewhere at 210. Remind me if that happens. Are you still making beats? Like like music beats? No. I have never really been a beat maker. I play music, but I don't play with anybody, or I just have a bunch of instruments that I play by myself. Sounds sad when I say it out loud. I already looked at Oracle. I think I looked at Oracle twice. Didn't I? Or did I not? Yeah, I thought we did. Maybe I'm tripping. Oh no, we did not. No, we talked about it. Okay, so we talked about this close on Friday, right? It was up against those wicks. It was 198 was that mark. There are some wicks directly up above you, and that is 201.17. That's where I think you get the clearance for um Oracle to rip. And honestly, it fucking it looks good. It looks good up to fucking 218.15. That one's got to make the watch list, or well, it was already on the watch list, but throw it on this one. So right now I've got Sezzle, ACHR, Baidu as a speculative. I'll write that down. SMCI and Oracle are interest. All right, let's see here. I know my music just keeps playing back. Fuck it. It would be reason for Oracle not to go, but there's a bunch. I hate because announcer is shorting Oracle Friday. Ah, we'll see. If Oracle goes short, it will lose this floor, and I think it will drop down to 177 and could drop down to 167.40. So be prepared. If you go on YouTube, my charts are there, brother. Yeah, sorry about that. So on the weekly time frame, man, you wicked up to 80, 63, 87, giving you a clear sign of where this thing likely goes or where it will go up. And I think it's also important to note that 6150, that previous floor, was also refused. So that would be step one, 6182 to get up over that 64 and into that $70 mark I'm sure you're looking for. Did you see the IBVC? I don't even have that as a ticker, bro. IBVC? Yeah, I don't have that. I have the BVCV, but that's not our market. All right. It went there, exchange. I got you. Mm-hmm. A lot of the times things will go up and like after I mean he could be fucking looking to exit that position, already, but I already talked about in a video before. It actually closed really odd. I mean, you closed directly below that floor, but you still held on to a lower time frame little box. And so realistically, it is straight up between 183.40 triggered down target 178, or you could be, and this is where you don't really have you have, yeah, neither. The bias could be up above 186.40 to 189.44 that could trigger a punchback and you could be looking up to a target. So this is a non-biased both sides right setup. I will say because of its breakdown, if sellers continue to push that floor underneath you, then obviously but yeah, you're in a read and react scenario. Yeah, Potter Stocks Trading on YouTube. Subscribe. You can literally watch my videos and re-scroll them back or whatever. Let's see here. Target up. Yeah, so that's actually another one that's been doing really well equity wise. Been really, really happy with this one, but we're looking for a breakup into the 118s. The weekly looks really great with a potential 120 move. This one's again just looking for a clearance over that high, and it needs to maintain a candle close over 104, which I expect a retest of 104 potentially there. So, all right. Yeah, right. He doesn't have the greatest track record. They made a movie about him, and that was it. Yeah, if you aren't subscribed to the YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe. I posted a couple videos. Well, they're not stock related, so you don't have to do that. But yeah. Also check out the shorts we're posting on YouTube. My assistant Alex has been working hard on getting those out. So, mm, actually, if you're inside of my Discord only, I'm going to be putting together a little fund. Hopefully, this is deep enough inside of the YouTube video that Alex doesn't watch this back. He has a wedding on March 21st that he's saving money up for, and he needs like 4 bands or 3 bands or something like that. And so I'm going to start a little fund. Obviously, I'm going to donate a big chunk. But if anybody wants to help Alex put his wedding together, throw $20 at him, $30 at him. I'll post that in the Discord. So I would appreciate it if anybody can. I know times are tight right now, so if you can't, please don't. I can handle the rest, but I wanted to just throw that out there. So, all right, thanks, guys. All right. Nah. USAR, man, it doesn't get any easier than this chart. I mean, it's just about a patience at this point. It is 1870. From there, you'll have a target and clearance. Looking for clearance over 1975. Once you get that, then you can talk the gap at 23. So, uh, for my siding on my house, yeah, right. Start a giant GoFundMe for everybody. he deserves to be paid for the yacht pictures alone. Oh my god, dude. I could not fucking believe that he did that. Yeah, could not believe it. Yeah, I do. I think yeah, Pins is still looking pretty good, man. I'm looking. I think it's waiting for news. Hopefully, it's a little bit better of a situation than DK and G. But man, I'm fucking in. I'm not scared. I'm here to risk it. I need the biscuit. Really, not much else to say. We're waiting for Pins. I think it's an incredible setup, but also just something that is waiting. You know, it has news pending. I might end up having to roll my contracts while they're still green, throw an extra week on them. So if you want to, take that into account, I would say that's probably a good bet. So, all right. What any requests that I missed up there? Go ahead and drop those, and we're gonna go ahead and start closing this out here. So the weekly is looking like a good, solid, aggressive push up. And now, if I was looking at the weekly, I'd be targeting there and the gap right here. But obviously, there's excuse me. I'll show you what rolling is. I don't know about that. I took a meme from one of your Instagram posts, made my day. Cool. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, I post. I have a YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Because eventually this thing will probably be cashed out. So you were talking to your son. That's funny. Let's see here. USAR up. I already did that one. That's right. Bull. This one's been a little bit of a tough hold, but it actually has a pretty. Actually, you know what? We'll throw this one on the setup, but on the watch list just to keep an eye on it this week. Bull is has empty space up above it. We've already, the target first would be 914. We're looking for a break. I think it's better to take the break at 860. So probably set an alert right over that wick. But yeah, over Fridays or Thursdays high, or yeah, no, Fridays high would be where I'd want to take that. Yeah, but Bull looks pretty good. I'm add that one to the watch list. It has a good setup all the way to 971. So dollar move. Love your content. Very helpful. Thanks. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Really, really do. I'm a cheat. I'm taking screenshots and plugging them into GPT under a specific Potterbox style project to help track and make sense of what you're doing, and tracking things is not too bad. So if you actually ask ChatGPT, I would encourage everybody in here, go ask ChatGPT about me and ask it questions about, dude, it's actually, it kind of creeped me out, dude. You could ask people what other people think of me, like reviews. I thought it was fucking pretty cool. It does move like a granny, but all right, let's see. Serve, didn't we do that one? Way between two. I would be looking for a retest off of 14 based on how this is setting up, man. For any sort of continuation, or I mean, shit, there could be a downside play here as well. I might have to set my alert on that one. I did. It knew you. Yeah, it knows me. It creeps me out. Oof, UNH has a terrible setup right now. It's pinched between two boxes, quite literally on the 24 hour. If you want to see what I mean, you can look at the YouTube channel right now. But yeah, it's pinched in between two areas. You have 358, and then you've got the box underneath you at 340. So it's like literally pinched in between. The move is coming, but with those two things up above, yeah, pinching you right there, you can just use either trigger because this one has I mean, it does have a solid uptrend. I could see another 2 weeks of sideways action on this one. All right. What does this say? Peace be it. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Intel is I have a target on Intel at 4638, and then at that point, because of the empty space up above it, it's really just this box right here. So 4675 and 4818 are your two targets. All right. It up. BA has an overhead target of 237. I would expect that to possibly hit on Monday with all this fucking war. I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I'd be looking up shit. I mean, maybe a little bit more. We know how BA moves. You know, you got that. But I mean, after a quick retest like that and over 237, I would be looking towards the fucking 260s, man. You have 243 first, but, or yeah, 243. Wish I could fucking. I wish I could speak Arabic. I can't. All right. I think we got most everything. I'm gonna do a quick scan here of anything else that we missed. See if there's any Tesla doesn't really have a good setup for me until it's back up and over 450 150 40, and at that point you can play it up, but it's been a nightmare to trade lately, so you want to get it away from that structure. TTD. Ooh, TTD with some fucking gnarly empty space. Let's set yo, keep your eyes peeled on lower time frame trade on TTD from 3760 up to 38. Maybe even runners into 39 for a multiple day trade. That's interesting. SNDK. SanDisk. No shit. Oh, brother, I can't help you on this one. It's memory too. Yeah, it's at all time highs. I cannot. It's part of my strategy gives me a weak spot. Every strategy has one. Mine is all time highs and all time lows. So I don't have structure to go off of. So I don't have any edge. So my analysis wouldn't. I mean, what do I say? What does anybody say at all time highs? You don't know. Nobody knows unless you're using like fib. But even then, it's I've seen shit blow right past fibs. So if you, I wouldn't chase anything. I would go look somewhere else. So, well, you can watch this back, Aaron. So, ALK has been chopped up for a while. Have to keep an eye on that one. Jay Mia's still doing his thing. Mara, yeah, I don't really see anything there. Okay. All right. Well, I will see you guys. Yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll see Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday. You know, I'm sure the market might be on standby as we wait for uh, the tariff news, but we'll see what happens. I mean, volatility could be already in the market due to that happening this week, but I don't trade at all time highs either. So, all right, guys, dope. I'm glad you guys we got through most of these requests here. I will be live at 8:30 in the morning at on YouTube and a little bit on TikTok. But you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching.